The Grots pillaged the ancient catacombs, claiming priceless artifacts, weapons, magical elixirs, and most importantly, bottles for themselves. The underground passage had opened up onto the ancient temple of the god of death, and the site looked completely empty of guards. This was the Grots' folly, though, as they began to rummage through the ancient ruins. From the very ground beneath them, spirits rose up, a giant blade held aloft above them, ready to mete out death to any who got in its way. Nagash would have his vengeance. Terminus would enact it in Warhammer Underworlds, Emberguard. In today's game, we're going to be playing a Warhammer Underworlds Rivals format game. Now, in the Rivals format, players pick a pre-built 32 card deck known as a Rivals deck. A player's Rival deck is made from cards that only feature that deck's unique symbol denoted in the top right-hand corner of each card, which means if you have at least one Rivals deck and one Warband from the list below if you're going to a competitive scene, or you can use pretty much anything you want in a less organised setting, you have everything you need to join in with this format. In today's game, I'm going to be playing with the Headsman's Curse. The Headsman's Curse in Spire Condition, first of all, means after an action, if damage was inflicted on an enemy condemned, then you inspire the fighter that attacked them. Now, this is a condemned ability where we work from trial and execution. At the start of your first action step, in each battle round, you condemn an enemy fighter within 5 hexes of a friendly script of the sentence. You then, after you've managed to slay that fighter, or if you do rather, you can draw a number of power cards equal to that fighter's bounty as well when you do so, and of course this will help inspire your fighters throughout the game. You have a bunch of once per game abilities. Eternal Duty means we can use this immediately after an enemy fighter is slain by our leader, and we can return some of our friendly fighters to the battlefield. Wet the Blade allows us to increase the damage of the wielder of the blade. Discooperate is a good defensive ability, while Cackling Court means we can use this after we pick an enemy fighter to be the target of an attack and is flanked or surrounded, and we get to get both cross swords and hammers as successes in those attacks. The Headsman's Curse is a 4-model warband. It is centered around the wielder of the blade. 2 dodge, 4 movement, and 5 health is a pretty solid profile, especially with damage 3 on the blade. The script of the sentence and bearer of the block are also a couple of other decent enough fighters, while the sharpener of the blade is the weakest of our fighters we have, but does have dodge 2 on it as well. When the fighters do inspire, the wielder of the blade goes up to a whopping damage 4 on its attack. We start to see dodges go up to 2 dodge on the bearer of the block and the scripture of the sentence. And we do gain a few different abilities like Grievous, Crit Grievous, and the stagger ability on various different fighters in the warband as well. Now for today's game, I am using the Raging Slayer's Rivals deck. This is a Rivals deck that has its own plot ability. What this does is when I manage to make a charge with one of my fighters, I can choose to enrage that fighter. They gain a rage token, and what this means is when they make an attack, they can reroll 1 attack dice. But they also have poor footing, so it means regardless of how my opponent sort of attacks me and what happens in those results, I will get pushed back. And so here we have the list of all the cards included, the objectives, deploys, and the upgrades in the Raging Slayer's Rivals deck. It is a heavily offensive deck that wants you to go and take out your opponent's models. Angus is playing with Zarbag's Gitz in today's game. Zarbag's Gitz is the largest warband in Warhammer Underworlds with a grand total of 9 different models within the warband. Now, first of all, you do have a bunch of different abilities. The first of these is each time you gain a 6 or subsequent glory point, you inspire a friendly fighter. You also have the Squeak Herder there as well, where after you deploy a friendly Drift Kit, you deploy the Squeaks nearby him. Spinning allows you to create a sort of zone of damage around the Fanatic model you have in Snurk, and Volley allows your archers to shoot together. You've got a bunch of different abilities like Slippery Gits. We can use this immediately after you pick a friendly fighter to move, and you pick a friendly Grot with no move or charge counters, and they get to make a move as well. Fungal Burst allows you to put out some stagger tokens, while Gang Up allows you to increase your damage on enemy fighters you're ganging up on. And Make Some Noise is an ability that can be used during the power step where you can push your friendly hexes up to 2 hexes. And so on to fighters for the Warband. The Warband is led by Zarbag himself. This model does have a 2 damage attack, and you've also got some other decent damage fighters in the form of Snurk with 3 damage, the Fanatic in the Warband, and the Squig Herder does have 2 damage as well, as do both your Squigs. Your Archers and Progdonetta all have 1 damage, but do have a variety of different buffs they can do on each other working together. Now, when the fighters inspire, generally you're going to see a small increase in the number of dice you've got for a various amount of your fighters in the Warband. You're generally not going to see an overall massive increase in any of their stats really, other than the amount of dice rolled in their attacks. In today's game, Angus is playing with the Emberstone Sentinels deck, and here we have the entire deck list. The deck that wants you to go and hold objectives on the table. Alrighty, so we're all deployed on the table for the Headsman's Curse. I have Terminus and the Wielder of the Blade there in the middle. We've got the Scriptor of the Sentence out front to condemn someone nice and early, and then we have the Bearer of the Block and the Sharpener of the Blade to the flank. While for Zarbag's Gits, I've got Driz Git, the Squig Herder, and the 2 Squigs in the middle. You've then got the Fanatic over on the flank. You've got your 3 Archers curving around the back there, Zarbag and Progdonetta on the other flank. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. And so we will have the roll-off for first turn. This is for the Headsman's Curse. I've got a hammer, you got a hammer, so we'll need to roll that again. A support, you got a double support, I'll win it. And I'm going to give the first activation to Zarbag's Gits. Alright, your first activation is going to be activating Stick It, first of all. And you're making a charge with Stick It, moving 2 hexes onto objective number 3. And obviously taking a shot at the Scriptor of the Sentence. Using the Scurry ability, you're able to pull one of your other archers forward. That one being Dibs pulled forward. This will hopefully enable you to do the volley with multiple of them at the Scriptor. And so we'll start with Stick It first. So 2 dice in attack, looking for cross swords. That is 1, I need a dodge. I do not get it, so it'll be a point of damage, I believe. Yep. Dibs will be doing the exact same thing, looking for the same dice. No. So no more damage than that. That'll be the first activation for the Gits. And so we go to the first activation for the Headsman's Curse. Now the first thing I'm going to do is pick to condemn a fighter, as this is my first action step. And I'm going to choose to condemn. And so I am going to choose to condemn Drizgit first of all. And so after that, I'm then going to go a charge with the Wielder of the Blade. And so we are going to need hammers with our 2 dice with the Wielder of the Blade. I will be able to re-roll one of these. I get 1. Driz gets defense.
Shield.
Oh, I got it. And after that, I'm going to play Slayer's Arena. This is domain card that will remain in play until another domain's played or until the end of the round. But now, if you fail an attack, you will gain a stagger token. And so over to Zarbag's Gits. And so Zarbag's Gits will activate Goblik next.
Yep, he's going to charge.
And make a charge into the Wielder of the Blade there.
Yep. And
just using Scurry is going to allow your friendly fighter to move up as well. This is going to give you surrounded on the Wielder. So requiring hammers, but obviously fully supported. So let's see what we can get. It's just 1. I do have 2 defense on the Wielder of the Blade. So dodges. No. And after that, you will push the Wielder of the Blade into the lethal hex, doing another point of damage on him. Alrighty, next up, we are going to go... So, my activation, I'm going to be using the Discorporate ability on the Wielder of the Blade, just to bring him back to all his friends. And so your next activation, you're going to make a move with Zarbag, and then use the Scurry ability on Progdonetta, moving them both onto objectives. I'm then going to go with the Bearer Oh, now we'll go to the script of the sentence next. And so, yeah, we will go there. We're going to attack Drizgit. We got 3 dice needing cross swords. We can reroll one of these. And we will. Just 1 success. Drizgit's defense needs shield. And that is a success. And since I failed that attack, I will stagger myself. Alrighty, so you've moved up a red cap there, and he's going to take a shooting attack with a charge into the scripter. Going to go into the wielder of the blade, actually. So 2 dice, looking for cross swords. No, nothing. And then volley will allow you to make a shot with stick it into the scripter of the sentence.
No.
Which also fails.
So also staggered.
And so my last action then, I'm going to go with the bearer of the block and make a charge. And yeah, we are going to attack stick it because we're going to enrage. This means I will be able to potentially re-roll both dice if I want, requiring hammers. Re-roll both. Got 1.
Okay.
You are supported.
So 1 dice
Looking for dodge or support here. To crit, you succeed once again. And so we go end of round scoring. The Gloomspite gets are going to score hold treasure token 3 or 4, which they control both. And then they're also going to score Iron Grass. You score in interface if Warband holds all treasure tokens in friendly and or enemy, and you hold them all in friendly. And so after the board's been cleared off of all the tokens, we are going to go into round 2. This is for me. I am breaking ties, and I will get the first activation, which I will take. So first activation for me, I am going to choose to condemn red cap, the archer right there. And we are going to make a charge with the bearer of the block. And so the bearer of the block going to attack red cap. Reroll one of these. Do not need to, that is 2 success. And that fails, that is 2 damage to him.
I think that's 1 health. No, he's got 2 health. He's dead.
He's dead. Because he was the condemned model, I do inspire the bearer of the block. Alright, and I will follow up on that as well. I will then play Honed Reflexes. Each time I make a save roll for an enraged friendly fighter, I can reroll a save dice in that save roll, and this will persist until another domain's played or the end of the round. And that'll be over to Zabag's Gits. And so Angus is then going to play by the numbers. You can draw 3 power cards because he holds 3 objectives. You're then going to play the upgrade in Violet. This can use one of your glory points to do, but the fighter cannot be flanked or surrounded, and this is going to go on Snurk Sourtongue. You're also then going to play Great Fortitude, giving +1 health to Snurk Sourtongue as well. And so you've activated Snurk with a charge super action going onto the objective in the middle.
Sorry,
And so you're also going to move Stick It off the objective there with the Scurry ability as well. So Snurk is going to attack the scripter of the sentence. I will be getting support on this, but you'll not be getting anything. So just base dice for Snurk.
2 looking for cross swords.
Yep. Got 1.
Yep.
So need a dodge here. Crit, that'll succeed. And that remains like that. And then Angus will also score Aggressive Defender, score immediately after a friendly fighter's attack action if that attacker is holding a treasure token. Then you're also going to play Confusion at the end of round, swapping the bearer of the block and stick it there. We're going to choose to go with the Wielder of the Blade, making a charge super action next. I'm then going to choose to use Cackling Court. This means both hammers and swords will be successes in my attack roll. And I do get a reroll here, so I've got 1 crit. 2 crits.
No, I cannot beat that with a single dodge.
And nope, that'll be 3 damage and he goes down. I'm then going to play Gifted Vitality and upgrade, and this is going to go on the Wielder of the Blade. So, going for Zabag's Gits next. So next up, you're going to have Zabag making a charge. You're going to attack the Wielder of the Blade. 3 dice, needing hammers with your ranged attack. So 3 successes. Yeah, 2 dodge. Oh wait, that's not even the right dice.
Nope. There we go.
There we go, right dice. 1 success, and I can reroll 1. No. You're then going to activate Hold the Line after that, and so this is going to stop fighters being driven back. Alrighty, my next action, I'm going to go with a charge with the Sharpener of the Blade. We'll immediately take a point of damage for going into range of Snurk Tongue, but I am going to elect to target Zabak. And so 3 dice, being able to re-roll one of them, thanks to being enraged. And so we are looking for cross swords. Re-roll that. And 2 successes.
Okay. I'm looking for dodge and support.
Dodge and support for Zabak, needs both. And that is a double save. Lastly, you're going to do a charge with Drizzt and then Scurry Bone Cracker, I think?
Bone Cracker.
Bone Cracker. Drizzt will be targeting the sharpener of the blade. I'm going to get supports. You're going to get supports. Everyone gets supports.
Right.
2 dice, looking for hammers and supports. That'll be a support.
Yep.
And so I will get a dodge, which is success, and then I can reroll one anyway.
No.
And that will be that for Drizzt. So my last action is going to be a charge with the scripter of the sentence. So the scripter moves there. You are now surrounded with Drizzt. And so 3 dice. That will be 1. I can reroll 1 due to being enraged. And that'll be 2 successes.
Okay, he's got the 1. Looking for shields. No.
That'll be a point of damage on Drizzt.
Right.
So immediately after that, I'm going to score Coordinate Assault. I score this immediately after an action step if each friendly fighter is enraged and in enemy territory. Dibs is going to make a charge.
Yep, and he's going to shoot him.
Yep, shooting into the scripter, so...
Yeah, dibs. Nice.
Looking for cross swords. Nothing. And so you're going to choose after that to put Duelist and Upgrade. That's going to go on to Dibs there. And so end of round scoring. I am going to first of all score Aggressive Expansion. I score the end phase if 3 or more enraged friendly fighters are in enemy territory, and they are. And then also going to score Into the Fire. Score this end phase if your lead is within 2 hexes of 2 other friendly fighters and in enemy territory. Zabak will then score Slow Advance. Scores the end phase if Warband holds all treasure tokens both neutral and enemy, which they do. I'm going to play an upgrade that's going to be Agile, and this is going to go on the Wielder of the Blade. Thank you all for watching today's video. If you'd like to help the channel grow some more, why not consider joining up to our YouTube members? This important feature here allows us to continue to produce more and more content of the various games you like to see on the channel. It also allows you to put in requests and ask what you would like to see more of on the channel in the future. And so we go into the last round, and I've got a crit, got a support. I am going to choose to take it. So I'm going to choose to condemn Drizzt the Squig Herder to begin with, and then we're going to go a charge with the Wielder of the Blade. And so scratch that, we're going to make a charge with the Bearer of the Block instead. And then we're going to make an attack into Drizzt, the Squig Herder. And can reroll one of them to get both in.
Shield.
And still doesn't block, that'll be 2 damage, and that takes him out. Then going to score Best Foot Forward. I score this immediately after a friendly fighter's successful attack if that fighter had any charge tokens and is in enemy territory. But as a result of that kill there, I do inspire the rest of Zabak's Gits, as they've now lost enough models to inspire. I'm then going to choose to play Kenai, and this is going to go on the Wielder of the Blade as well. And we will also play Assured Bloodshed on the Wielder of the Blade. This stops you being able to get supports. You're then going to play Agile on Snurk Tongue. So Zabak's going to make a charge. You're going to go into the Wielder of the Blade. 4 dice, looking for hammers. That is 1.
Yep.
And so defense, dodge. Got 1, and I can even reroll due to Agile. 1, stop it regardless.
Alright.
I'm then going to go with a charge action with my leader and myself. It's going to be the Wielder of the Blade. And so we're going to charge like that, just remembering have to avoid Snurk. And so 3 dice, thanks to Kenai, give me the extra attack, needing hammers. That is 3 successes with a crit.
And that is again.
And
dodge, but
yeah.
he's got support.
No, you do not have support.
Oh, no. Well,
so 1, that will not save you. That is 3 damage.
That is him gone then.
I will then score Sever the Head. I score this immediately after an enemy leader is slain by an enraged friendly fighter's melee attack. I'll then play Adrenaline Rush and put that on both my fighters here to remove the negative effects of their enraging. I'm going to play Murderous Instincts, and this is going to go on the sharpener of the on the scripter of the sentence. Sorry, won't go on the scripter sentence, has to go on the sharpener of the blade. It gives his melee weapons Grievous. Then I'm going to play Sidestep as well to pick a friendly fighter and push them 1 hex. And then your activation is going to be Goblock.
Yep, and he's going to charge.
Charge into the wielder of the blade.
3, and he's going to...
And so, 3 hammers, full support here. Let's see what you can get. That is all of them. And... I mean, that's not enough. And that will be the wielder of the blade taken down and 3 glory gained for that. You're then going to put the upgrade of Keen Eye on Snurk, giving him an extra dice in his attacks. After your activation, I'm going to go Senseless Haste. Friendly fighters gain +1 move in my next turn, and after friendly fighters move, though, they do gain a stagger. And so I'm going to make a charge with the Sharpener of the Blade. The wielder of the blade will make a charge there into the last of your archers. And enraging means I can reroll 1 dice, so we are going to need cross swords. I can reroll 1. Get what crit?
Alright, no support, but he does have 2 dodge.
2 dodge, you need, that gets it. You're then going to play Switch Things Up, allowing you to move the 2 objectives there and there. You're then going to make a charge with Dibs, and then Scurry allows you to move the Squeak as well to get supports in there. You also score a Careful Advance as soon as you do that, immediately. You got 2 friendly fighters with move tokens. And so you have made the move in here. You've got to attack with support.
Yep, and Dibs is going in 3 swords with support.
Yep, you will get to reroll one of these due to stagger. You do not need to.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to bother rolling defense. It just takes the sharpener down. And then I didn't roll enough crits, so you're able to follow up into the space. So my turn, because of the model dying there, a lot of the objectives I have are no good for the rest of the game. So I am going to discard and draw up. And so that'll be my activation. Over to you. Yep, Snurk is going to make a charge into the bearer of the block. And so 4 dice for your swing. You've got cross swords. And let's see what Snurk can get.
3 crits.
3 crits. There is nothing I can do about that. Nope.
That's 4 damage.
4 damage. And so I'm just going to choose to... I guess to stop you getting glory, I'm going to go with a move. I'm going to go with a charge, might as well. And just attack Drizzt. 3 dice. I mean, I get reroll because enraged. I got 2 crits and a success.
Okay, so Drizzt got 3 dodge, and I get to reroll 1 for agile.
Yep. So you will need all of these to succeed, essentially. No, so even with your reroll.
Yeah. So he'll take 1 damage?
Yeah, 1 damage.
Okay,
and
alright, and I will...
And yep, you're going to score unassailable because of that. And then Angus is just going to choose 2 drop cards from his hands, trying to draw potentially a new objective he might have a chance of scoring. And so that'll be the end of... So yeah, that'll essentially be the end of the round. And so at the end, it is a victory to Zarbag Gitson, 14-9. Thank you all for watching. We hope this battle report was enjoyable for you, and if you did enjoy it, please go check out some of our others in the playlist on the channel. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below, and while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our Discord server to check out all of our future wargaming content. Thank you all.